You are TV and movie fans. I am your host, Mike Roby, and this is the Couch Potato Podcast.
Do you hear it? It's a funny squeaky sound.
You couldn't hear a dump truck driving through a nitroglycerin plant.
Hello, movie fans, and welcome back to the next podcast that we're doing here. It's a Christmas special. We're going to do a real classic today. We are, of course, talking about National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. A real classic, a real treat. And with me today to discuss this is my good friend Trish. She's a big fan of the movie and will bring a lot of information to it. Hi, Trish. Say hello to the thousands of people listening.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me over, Mike.
Beautiful. I guess we should start out by saying this is my favorite of the National Lampoon movies. I like this one better than Vegas Vacation, which is my second one. What is your favorite one?
This would be my favorite, and then, of course, the original, National Lampoon's Vacation, where they go to Wally World.
Yeah, with John Candy.
John Candy was just...
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that just now. And the grandma and dragging the dog behind the... Yeah, that's a good one. I think Vegas Vacation's probably my second one because it's got Wayne Newton in it. But, this has got to be my first or second favorite Christmas movie. It'd be between this and The Christmas Story. And like I've said before, there's a big gap from third on. So I'm real excited to do this one.
Same here. And I have to agree with you on that one. This and then A Christmas Story.
Yeah. And you talk to me tomorrow and I might tell you Christmas Story is my favorite and this one's second. But for right now, this is my favorite one. So what you should do is follow along with us. We've got our timer set at 3 seconds. So you may want to advance your DVD or Blu-ray to that. We're watching it on DVD. And it helps to put your subtitles on so you know where you're at and you can see what's going on and you can follow. And we will comment and tell stories and laugh and joke along the way. So here we go. We're going to start it. It's 3 seconds and we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, and start. All right. There's our Warner Brother Pictures logo. You got this little intro here of music. Not real crazy about the song, but not real big on Christmas music anyway. But Chevy Chase, I guess real quick before we get started here, from a woman point of view, is Chevy Chase a decent looking man or is he kind of hideous? I think he's hideous.
I don't think he's hideous. I think he's... I would say more goofy looking than he is anything.
Yeah. My stepbrother and I used to watch all the Chevy Chase movies and loved him as a comedian. Yeah, we watched the Fletches, the Fletch 1 and Fletch Lives, and Spies Like Us with Dan Aykroyd, and I really love one called Nothing But Trouble.
Oh yes, the one where Dan Aykroyd is the judge of the little town, and Digital Underground makes an appearance in it. Demi Moore, John Candy.
It's an all-star cast. Who's not in it?
Dan Aykroyd's nose looks like it's like a phallic symbol in it.
Yeah, and the lady says, "Is that nose Rabbi?" Yeah, that'd be one we'll have to do. Not a lot of people know about that movie. That's interesting. Yeah, that's probably my favorite one. But Chevy Chase, from a funny farm, from a comedy point of view, he's great. But I always kind of wonder, Beverly D'Angelo is, she's a sharp-looking woman.
And she's aged well.
Yeah, and how does Clark keep her? I think he's definitely the reacher in that relationship, and as bumbling and stupid as he is, she never wants to...
There is something to say about attraction to a man that can make you laugh.
That's true, I guess. Now, I guess in Vegas Vacation, now she was kind of dazzled by Wayne Newton, and he had her attention there for a while. But other than that, there's never been a time where I think that they were going to split up or nothing. I know it's the movies, but you got to be somewhat realistic.
Well, it's like the first one with Christy Brinkley at the hotel and her swimming in the pool.
Well, guys are dogs, you know. We'll take a dive any chance we get. I used to have a car like that.
I mean, and that's another thing about this movie. How many of us, back, when in the 80s when this movie came out, was in the grocery getter with the rear-facing back seat.
Mm-hmm. I take that back. I had a Ford Taurus station wagon. It didn't have no wood grain on it. Johnny Galecki and Juliette Lewis. And Johnny Galecki's my favorite Rusty.
Mine's Anthony Michael Hall.
Oh, he's my second favorite. He's a good one. And I'm not crazy about Juliette Lewis anyway. I don't like her airhead kind of performance in any movie I've seen her in. And her dad is one of my favorite actors that he's dead now, but Jeffrey Lewis, he played in basically everything, but Salem's Lot, my favorite horror movie, he plays in that.
That was actually the first horror movie that actually gave me a nightmare.
Probably me too.
The brother tapping and scratching on the glass. Let me in, Danny. Let me in.
Yeah.
What cracks me up is, from the National Lampoon's Vacation movies, is Clark and her are always Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo. But they never have the same kids.
Right.
All the kids are different in every movie.
And Anthony Michael Hall wasn't really anybody yet, I don't think. So it might have cost him a little money by the time they did the... you say he was in the first one, right?
Correct. He was in the first one.
So it might have cost him a little bit of money, and it might have been more money than they wanted to shell out for the Rusty character, maybe. But in my opinion, him and Johnny Galecki was a bargain probably, because he wasn't nobody here. He wasn't on Roseanne yet. It'd be a few more years before he would get on that show. But yeah, you're right. It's the same too. And Uncle Eddie. There's a lot of money wrapped up on Uncle Eddie. And
well, Randy Quaid is just good at comedy. From this to Independence Day, you just can't beat a good Cousin Eddie actor.
And I like him in, of course, Bowling. I would. I liked him in that. What's that movie called? The one where he was the bowler and he was the Amish guy. Gosh, can't think of it right now. But yeah, Randy Quaid plays a good. He plays a good Uncle Eddie. I think he's Uncle Eddie in anything I've ever seen him in. Basically, plays the same role. And I guess right now he's trying to outdrive a semi instead of just letting it go. Letting these guys go and the rednecks. I guess he's gonna. Boy, how much fun would that be? That'd be scary shitless.
Yeah, I would have rather taken my chances with the rednecks in the pickup truck.
Right.
I mean, a few years later, the movie like Jeepers Creepers and stuff like that comes out, and
yeah, what's that other one? Wrong Turn?
Wrong Turn, and what's the other one with the truck that follows them?
Christine?
No, Christine's the car that's possessed.
Yeah, no, what am I thinking of?
That would be for another podcast.
Maximum Overdrive?
Yeah, Maximum Overdrive is a semi.
Yeah. There was also a, what was the one? It was Steven Spielberg's first directed movie, and it was a truck. It kept following the guy around. What was it? Can't think of the name of it either. I've got it over there. So I guess what they're doing now is they're hiking through the snow.
In search of that perfect Griswold family Christmas tree.
Yeah, and thanks to the truck and all that other confusion, I guess it was the snowplow that kind of ran them off the road. Yeah, we do it right around here. We put a plastic tree up.
My mom put up a pencil tree.
If I had my way, there'd be no tree. But the wife likes to do it, so we do it.
My ideal tree would be that one that just hooks on the wall of your apartment and just hangs like a picture.
My wife, who I won't mention her name, she thinks this podcast stuff's silly anyway, so I'm not going to mention her name. And she probably won't listen to this, but she's got to take all the credit for the Christmas stuff. She done it all. She put the tree up, decorated it. I merely moved boxes around. So now I'd have to put my foot down if we were doing this. If it was
No. See, that's what you support the Boy Scouts for, and you go to a church parking lot and you pick up one from the Boy Scouts that's already cut and it's on, pavement or asphalt or somewhere in a parking lot that you don't have to worry about catching pneumonia or cold or frostbite.
I love it. Rusty says, "Dad, did you bring us all?"
And there's the family cruiser with it strapped across the top, roots and all.
Roots and all. I love it.
Notice nobody's singing Christmas carols on the way home like they were on the way out.
Yeah, and realistically, how'd they get that thing out of the ground? Because you're not going to pull it with that car in the snow, front-wheel drive in the snow. But this is the movies. You got to give them a little bit of a break. And then who is this? This goofball here. And there's Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Oh. That is a beautiful woman.
Yeah. And she has good comedic timing.
Mm-hmm.
Later on, she ended up being in Seinfeld.
Great show. I was kind of late to the party on Seinfeld because when I first watched it, I didn't think that it was anything. I look back on it now and go, what an idiot. But Seinfeld's great. I don't know which character's my favorite in there, but Julie Louis-Dreyfus is good. Now he's got his saw and everything. A little too tall. A little too tall for the house.
Yeah, that other guy was Nicholas Guest, which another we were talking about.
Oh, here we go. They're getting ready.
Dan Aykroyd earlier. He played Harry in Trading Spaces.
Ah. A lot of sap in here. Yeah, that's great. And see, that this is what Chevy Chase is good for. This little, kind of reminds me of like Dick Van Dyke. His kind of, where Dick Van Dyke would stumble over something and, he would do something like this. And Chevy Chase is pretty good at this kind of
physical comedy.
Yeah, physical comedy. Yeah, so now they're having a talk about having everybody over. Mothers, mother-in-laws, fathers, father-in-laws. And Clark really wants to do it,
Yeah, he's all about the big family Christmas.
Yeah,
and
Ellen's the one that's kind of...
all they're going to do is fight.
Yeah, me and Ellen would be a good couple because she don't want to do it, and I wouldn't want to fool with it either, so we'd be on the same page there.
And here's a nice little trivia fact. The People magazine that Clark happens to be reading has the director of the movie, Jeremiah Chechik, on the front of it.
Oh, no kidding, that guy?
Yeah, that's the actual director of Christmas Vacation.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's interesting. He makes a good People magazine cover, though, because he don't look like a director. I would think he'd be like maybe a maybe a Nazi or, you know, somebody getting arrested for espionage or something like that. And I will give you folks, I don't know if you would want to watch it, but I'll give all the guys out there that is looking at this picture of Beverly D'Angelo in bed and thinking, boy, she's nice. Do yourself a favor and go find a horror movie called The Sentinel. The Sentinel with an S. It stars, well, she's not even really a star in it, but it's got Burgess Meredith in it, if that tells you how long it goes back. Ava Gardner, Susan Sarandon's first husband, excuse me, Chris Sarandon. This was supposed to be his big movie. Do yourself a favor and get that. And she plays a neighbor. And any questions you might have about how nice she looks, they'll be answered in that movie, The Sentinel.
And you got to give credit to Warner Brothers for product placement of this. There's Clark with his Tasmanian Devil Cup, which I actually had that coffee cup for the longest time. Bought it at the, you know, now defunct Warner Brothers stores that used to be in the malls.
That's nice. I remember I had a friend of mine back in the day, and, you know, the Tasmanian Devil was kind of a hard character to find. Oh, I love the boss here. Perfect corporate boss. He's leading the pack. You know, everybody's following behind him.
The brown nosers.
And he calls him Mark. A cereal varnish. That sounds nice.
With no nutritional value to it.
Yeah. I guess all the crap that's in cereal anyway. Yeah, cereal varnish, why not? And I think this guy only gets his name right one time in the whole movie. I think at one point he calls him, you got that report from me, Greaseball? Calls him Greaseball. I love it. I think it's the mustache and the thin hair, you know, makes him look like a good, you know, a good hard-nosed boss.
And see, like I was calling them brown nosers, as the rest of the they walked by, Clark sitting there calling them Merry Christmas, kiss ass.
Yeah. Yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, F you, F you. Boy, those are the days, the old credit card thing where you put it in there and slide it across the carbon.
Or punch it down.
Yeah.
Of course, you would like to see something that you have.
Yeah, and boy, is this real typical of a guy. If a guy could, you couldn't have this kind of conversation now, you know, for sure. But if a guy would be honest, this is how he's going to respond to everything she says.
Wiping his face off with the panties.
That's great. Tried to put it in a pocket that's not even there. Less hooter, hotter than they are. There's a nip in the air.
There's a loaded question. She asked if she could take something out for him.
Yeah, she's playing the role too. You know, she's
exactly.
She couldn't really talk to him like that because you'd kind of be asking for it, but.
I was just looking at something for my wife. God rest her soul.
I like that. She's already wearing a low cut top, and then when she says she's sorry, she tucks her fingertips into her cleavage as to, okay, continue looking here.
Yeah, you would think it'd be a little more, open it up a little bit, you know, since the guy.
Oh, give her time. Give her time.
Oh, yeah.
If I have a lot, not in the sense that you think I said
I love how he's trying to get out of it. I love the look on her face where she's kind of thinking, yeah, right. I know exactly what you meant. Oh, and I love Russ here. Once he sees him, he's got this look on his face like, oh, yeah, you know, I'm just a kid, but I know what Dad's up to.
You're busted.
Yeah, this look right here. Kind of shakes his head.
You know, and then she, pulls up, gives the gratuitous thigh shot.
Yeah, because basically it's like not having any underwear on, I guess was her point, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's always nice. And I like how she says, I don't remember what she said, like you can't even see the line. And
Exactly.
he says, yeah, Russ, you can't even see the line. And
Russ is just like, no, you can't, Dad.
yeah.
Another one that we were talking about before we started the podcast, A Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like that movie, but that was my father. Oh, I love it. Oh.
Yeah.
My father that was his favorite movie.
Yeah, that's our parents' generation favorite movie.
And I didn't get along that well with my father, so naturally I wasn't going to like anything that he liked, so it took me many years to even like it. Well, here we go. Mother, father, or mother-in-law and father-in-law show up at the same time. And got some big names in this group.
She's the quintessential mom.
Mm-hmm. And this woman here is like my mom, Clark can do no wrong. I'm kind of the same thing. I'm a screw up. In my mom's eyes, I'm the greatest thing.
Yeah, and her mom is like my mom. First thing she does is walks in and tells you what's going on, all wrong with her, what all of her ailments are.
Now that's kind of like my wife. She comes in and tells me everything I'm doing wrong.
And this would be my daughter, putting somebody in her room. It's an inconvenience to her. God forbid she do it, just for the holiday, because, the world revolves around her.
Mm-hmm. And Russ, I don't know, Russ in this one kind of gets the We Try Harder award, I guess, because he plays along, he don't complain a whole lot. He's out there fooling with the lights with his dad and all that, and he really tries. Well, don't complain too much.
But, Grandma offered him a whole quarter to rub her bunions. Now, here's the thing. The car's parked in the garage. They were driving down the road, and the windows were not that dirty when they were driving down the road, but they're still frosted over inside the garage. But yet there's no breath coming off of their... you don't see their breath. It's not that cold outside.
And here's another question. If that girl at the mall would have offered a quarter to rub her bunions, I wonder if he would have done it.
He'd be like, here, let me pay you.
Yeah. Quarter, that's all it cost. Oh, I like it. Here, Russ, take these lights. Oh, and I tell you what. My family wasn't real big on this kind of stuff, but the ball kind of exploits the whole idea, but once a year you get out them lights and half of them don't work, some of them don't got bulbs in them, and it takes you an hour to get the thing strung out.
See, I would just find a plug it and hang it and make it just look like one of those big ball ornaments and just leave it up through New Year's.
Really.
That's my Times Square ball drop right there.
I remember, I don't know if what they're saying is the point here is one bulb's bad and the whole thing's gone, because I remember those.
Yeah,
but then I remember later, you could have a bulb or two out and it would still work. And that was like the greatest freaking thing. Oh, and he just acts like nothing happened.
Yeah. Okay, I got this.
Yeah, this movie's so funny on so many levels. You can't really get off track too much talking about whatever, because you miss so much. That's not quite me yet, but I'm getting there. Usually it's after all the crap I gotta fool with first. I love it. I remember watching this and thinking, you got the snow, which is made up of water. You're stapling this in here. What if you staple it between the cord, you get it in there where the wiring is, and you flip the thing on? I always wondered, is that going to electrify the whole thing there? Or?
And then in Clark fashion, he stapled himself to the eave of the house.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love it. I love how he just kicks it and puts himself right back over there. That's almost as good as the ladder. And see, he's great at doing that kind of stuff where he, you know, that physical comedy, as you put it. He's excellent at that. Yeah. Yeah, she's kind of a brat. But you know what? I think it kind of works for this movie. I was kind of saying that I don't really like her style of acting, but in this movie, I think it works. And Ellen has her ugly sweater that now ugly sweaters is a thing. There's the critical mom. Are you smoking in there?
No, she's not smoking. No.
It's funny though, as soon as she lit the match, you know, it's like, are you smoking in there? You know, she knew exactly what was up.
There's Russ being the good little helper.
Yeah, that's about as worse as he gets right there. He just kind of threw him down.
Deer's leg broke off. Which, by the way, miraculously, when the deer are assembled later on in the movie, the leg is not broken.
Huh. I never noticed. I never noticed it was broke. I guess I kind of... I like the part where Clark gets mad and starts kicking the deer around and all that. That's funny. Oh, this is great right here. More of that physical comedy. It's hilarious.
And now people are, that are fans of this movie are hanging dummies from the gutters of their houses as they put up Christmas lights, as a draw to other people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like a dummy that looks like him?
Yeah, that's dressed dressed like Clark Griswold, because
cool.
They'll have their house all decorated up with, lots of lights, and there'll be Clark hanging, and it'll actually have people stopping. And
I'd like to have one of those and do that like in the middle of July or something. Look like somebody's doing repair on the roof or something.
Yeah, have a ladder laid there on the ground just to see what would happen.
Yeah, that'd be pretty easy to do too if it was light enough. And I guess an icicle, a giant piece of ice, came out of the gutter and slid in here, and
the yuppies that live next door.
Yeah, I can't remember what his name is, but I don't know, Margot. Todd. Yeah. I don't know, Margot.
Him rocking his,
I always kind of think,
his buttoned-up shirt and his bolo tie.
That ain't a bad-looking suit, though. But
yeah, if you don't mind the 1983 shoulder pads.
No, I love this. The mom's got a martini in her hand.
Oh, I love how they're, all in their PJs and stuff, but yet got full jewelry on, earrings, necklaces, rings.
I'd be interested to see if Clark took that jacket off, if the sleeve was still gone off of it. Because sometimes, like if they film this first, it probably does have the sleeve on it. It'd be something that... And E.G. Marshall right there, the one playing, I guess he's the father-in-law of Clark. He played in the one Creep Show. I don't know if you ever seen those, but he played the Creep Show where he was the bug,
nope,
the clean freak.
Nope, I have not seen that.
Oh yeah, he's great. I used to think he was related. I used to think that he was Penny Marshall's father, but he's not. Beautiful Clark. And that woman there played on what?
Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah, she was Raymond and the Big Dumb Brother's mom. I never did like the brother. Yeah, and you know what? I just thought about this. The guy that plays Clark's dad, who's over there, and I don't know where, this guy right here, That's Roseanne's dad in the old Roseanne shows.
Yeah.
Might only been in a half a dozen episodes, maybe, but
Yeah.
Give me a holler, I'll be upstairs asleep.
give me a holler, I'll be upstairs asleep. And the funny thing is, it gets even better because there's more characters that are going to show up here in a few, and if it's not funny enough, it gets better. And Russ is seeing the writing on the wall here. Clark wants to go over it again, and he's like, "Oh, look at the time! I've got so much to do."
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we ought to go up there and just get...
Jeez, look at the time. Feed the hog.
Wash the car. Car does need wash.
I kind of thought that he said feed the hog, but I thought I was hearing it wrong because I was thinking surely he's saying feed the dog, but the subtitle says hog. Feed the hog. What's your thoughts on people with butt chins? I call them a butt chin.
Their butt chins. My brother has a butt chin. So,
Really?
yep, my middle brother has a butt chin.
Mm.
I have never been forced to sleep with my brother, one of my brothers.
Well, yeah, we were a little too old when my parents got together. Our extended family kind of got together. We were too old to sleep together then, but yeah. I guess if you're younger than that too, there's points where you got to take a bath with your brother or sister. You all get in that bathtub, sometimes 3 in a tub, Oh, and I love it. He's looking up at the poster. I can't remember who the poster is of, but it's a bombshell, I think, of some sort. I don't know who that is. It's not Christy Brinkley, is it?
No,
I don't think
like,
so, but it looked more like Cindy Crawford.
No,
I don't think
no.
Cindy Crawford was...
No, she was in the Weird Science movie. She was married to Steven Seagal.
Yeah, I can't think of her name. Yeah, I know who you're talking about now. Oh, God. Here we go again. This is a funny lady.
I came close to having that happen.
Yeah.
Not actually hit me, but...
Well, the thing that gets me in this movie is the mother-in-law, I guess it is, comes through here in a few minutes, and she's like, "Where's that draft coming through?" She sees it, and she pushes the thing up, and then Clark all of a sudden's locked in up there. And I don't understand why that would be locked in. I've never seen a lock on any of them attic things.
No, and you should be able to push it down.
Yeah.
From
I
up
retired
there.
as a locksmith, and when you're on the inside of what's supposed to be locked, you can automatically get out because that's where the latching and stuff is. So I never did understand that.
I love this. He goes to find his,
Yeah, 1983 gift. I don't know what year we're supposed to be here, but 1983 had an inch of dust on it.
Yeah, and it said Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, and it looks like it could have been a necklace or a bracelet or something. Something
And then
decent.
he finds another one that's blue. The one that he did have in his hands was pink. And then the one when he comes back is blue. So did he find another one up there? Or is that just another one of those movie glitches?
Yeah. Well, see, now he's locked in, and I don't get it. Why would you want to lock somebody in your attic? Russ! And then you just seen the thing open just a minute ago, so... I would say he's probably a 200-pound man. He should fall through the...
Yeah.
He should fall through. There's nothing latching it. I don't understand. I gotta eat so I can take my back bill. We missed the part where he said that they took a quart of fluid out of his back.
Yep, that's when they first walked in, and the Clark's mother-in-law was complaining about hemorrhoids, and he was complaining about fluid being taken out of his back.
God. And that's
More of that great physical comedy, walking across the
yeah.
board.
And I will say this too, that's the cleanest with the exception of the dust on that gift. That's the only thing that appears to have dust on it. That's a pretty clean attic. as far as them Easter baskets was hanging up, and don't look like nothing has any dust on it except for that one gift he had.
Mm-hmm. And it was tucked back in a crevice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, old people do kind of, now those skates look kind of dingy, but...
Mm-hmm. And are those dinosaurs on Clark's pajamas?
You know, I never noticed. I was going to comment on the pajamas. I wouldn't wear a pair of pajamas past maybe the age of maybe 10 if you paid me. I don't really want to discuss my sleeping habits, but I can tell you this, I couldn't sleep in that get-up.
Oh, no.
I mean, it'd be too hot for me,
Oh, yeah,
starters.
pants,
I couldn't wear nothing with legs on it.
No, rolling around, getting twisted up in them.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that. Yeah, so right now he's going through a trunk to try to find something to warm up, and he stumbled across these movies. That's a good looking hair turban too. Yeah, that's a good looking hair turban there. He's watching these old movies of, I guess, the family when he was a kid, or maybe even before he was born.
No, these are his childhood Christmas movies.
Childhood movies, yeah. Kind of getting him in the spirit of things, I guess. Well, his folks might have been, they must have been kind of well off then if somebody had one of those.
What's that, 8mm?
1955. Yeah, an 8mm. And boy, I tell you what, I got some bad memories on them sleds right there, I can tell you that. There's a young Uncle Lewis that we're going to see later. And Uncle Lewis is slapping him away. I mean, Uncle Lewis is my favorite character in this movie. I got to say that. All these people are great. Uncle Lewis is my favorite. Maybe the team of Uncle Lewis and Aunt Bethany, nobody else could beat him. And what was it? And Aunt Bethany gets there and she's like, "Is Rusty still in the Navy, Clark?" There you go. No unlocking required. Just pull the chain.
Mm-hmm. And of course, he was sitting on the ladder.
Yeah. Yeah, so you already had probably 200 pounds on it. There's more good product placing. Evian or Avion water. Mm-hmm. It was real big back then. It was like the $1 million idea to sell people
bottled water.
Yeah.
Poor Clark checking all of his lights again and all the plugs.
Sparky. I never did like the word Sparky. I don't like that. I guess you gotta have nicknames like that, but I think I'd have liked it better if she just called him Clark or... Yeah, no drum roll.
Nothing is just going the way he wants it.
And Chevy Chase, I don't think he's a huge man, but he's a little bit taller than your average guy too, I believe. I don't know exactly how tall he is, but I know usually in everything you see, he's taller than everybody else. To me, anything under maybe 6'1" or 6'2" is kind of short, but I bet he's every bit of 6'2". And boy, there's a fire hazard waiting to happen.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Looks like go under most computer guys.
Look at that mess.
That right there reminds me of the lamp cluster from our other favorite one, A Christmas Story.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he sits there and licks the end of it and plugs it in.
And then he's like, I told you it was green or something like that right before it pops.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, the auxiliary nuclear power for restoring the lights. Diet Pepsi.
The old Diet Pepsi cans.
Mm-hmm.
And there's McDonald's without McDonald's stuff. That's the first time I ever noticed that.
Yeah.
So the whole time it was just one light switch that did it. That's how to do it. Yeah, so he didn't even see the lights come on, I guess.
Mm-mm.
He fixed it. My God, that took some talent to get all that on there. And everybody's already kind of, oh, Joe, I gotta go outside again. I'm gonna say Todd's probably my least favorite character in the whole movie.
Todd could have been left out of this movie.
Right. Yeah, Margot could have been just a single woman living next door. You know, they could have saved his...
the income that they paid him.
Mm-hmm. I'm not crazy about the name Todd either. I've got some friends named Todd, and I think I only got one of them that I really like.
Interesting little trivia about this scene right here. The reason he doesn't punch anything else after reindeer chopping stuff is because he actually broke his little finger during that scene and they kept it.
Huh. Wow.
When he punched Santa, he actually broke his pinky.
Now, I didn't know that. Huh. Yeah, because he punched, a couple of them were punches, and then after that it was more like chops and slaps. Huh. I like how this is what, the second or third time the lights have come on and he thought that it was him and it was somebody else turning the switch on.
Yeah. And they just give him the glory, let him have it.
Give him all the credit for it.
Poor Margot and her carpets.
Yeah. That stupid Todd. Todd's got a butt chin too.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
You know, he's worried about getting the Christmas bonus for the swimming pool for the family. He needs to be worried about it for the electric bill.
Now doesn't Uncle Eddie just kind of show up here? It's like, hey, that looks good, Clark, and they didn't even know he was here.
He's going around kissing everybody. Now, you know, at this point you're wondering, why didn't you hear him pull up in that beast of an RV?
Right.
Because you look at that thing and know it's just going to be loud.
Yeah. And as far as they've probably come, you know, them two kids are going to shoot out of it like cannons, you know, so they're not going to be real quiet.
And just like the perfect
There's my dad right there. You know, I could land on the moon and he'd say, you know, he'd come up with something that's...
Yeah, you didn't do it just quite right.
Thanks, Eddie. Yeah, they wasn't penciling in Eddie coming.
the sheer look of surprise on Clark's face is priceless. Like, he's still just like, Eddie?
Boy, look at that thing. Woo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's that dog's name? They got that Rottweiler. His name Snots or something like that. Oh. better take a rain check, Art. Ruby Sue. Now she's the one that I guess, what is it, Vegas Vacation? She's the one that's the stripper?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uncle Eddie. Snot. Pretty name. See the set on a dog like this.
I love it that, Ellen sits there and looks over trying to see.
Yeah. And Clark's like, that's okay, Eddie.
And she's all about checking
it
it out. Like,
Yeah.
let's see what he's got here.
You always kind of get the feeling in all these movies with Uncle Eddie in it that Clark kind of likes him, but wants to like him, but just kind of wishes he was a little more...
The look on Ellen's face. Like, where are we going to put these people?
And Ellen always avoids trying to hug him and all. Or no, he always tries to kiss her, and she's always ignoring, kind of pulling away in all the movies. And I love that too, like the father-in-law just did. Somebody else comes over, and and then they offer your hospitality for you.
Yeah, you're sitting there like, no, don't do it, don't do it.
You're thinking Eddie and his family can stay out in that. Look at that thing.
Uh-huh.
Oh. If they could stay out there, the father-in-law's like, oh no, come on in here.
Yeah, I'd want a tetanus shot before getting in that RV.
Oh yeah, Jesus. Roll over and let Clark scratch your belly.
Pretty Rottweiler, though.
Snots. I wonder how many people's got a... Oh, I love it. A little tree water won't hurt him. God, look at them shoes and them...
And he's got the dickie on with that very tight, cream-colored sweater.
Jeez.
And there's a tie to the first National Lampoon's Vacation movie, his Wally the Moose.
Oh yeah.
Drinking cups.
Yeah. I never noticed that. I noticed it, but I never made the connection. Go in the kitchen and get you something to eat. Oh man, now that is there's not an ugly sweater anywhere that matches what his get-up is.
Yeah. Just the squareness of the dickie underneath it just keeps cracking me up. But at least it's saving us from his man nipples.
And I love how he's thinking that he's really doing something. He's dressing up and he's got his hair kind of combed back and...
slicked back.
Yeah, he's trying to look as good as he possibly can, but you couldn't be any more hideous looking.
Oh, you want yourself them green pants. Don't even play.
Nah, I probably had... I probably had a pair of those back in the day. Maybe. I love it. He just goes over there and touches it. But that's Eddie, though. Everything he touches kind of...
Then sitting there cracking the nut, shells just going all over the floor. He don't care.
He don't care. He's a spreader on the tilt-a-whirl. Barking for the yak woman. Yeah, Clark's already kind of had it with Eddie. He's caused too many problems already. Tenement on wheels. It looks nice parked in the driveway.
Oh yeah, don't go falling in love with it. Yeah, when he leaves next month. I love that.
I was taking a drink of soda, and I about did the same thing Clark did.
Oh, I love this part. All the gifts are the exact same thing.
Just set it over there. Yeah, what is it, greaseball? Yeah, there it is. Put it over where the others, greaseball. You know what? I never noticed that before, that everything. I wonder what it is. Do we know what's in it?
Don't know what's in it, but
Yeah,
every
you're right,
single
every
one
one
of them
is
is
the
the
same.
exact same thing. Probably like one of them desk sets, little like wood thing, has like a pen holder at one end,
Yeah.
and then a paper pad holder to the side. That's what it would look like.
Yeah. It's hilarious. Then he called him Gristball. Yeah, this, whatever, Gristball.
This new non-caloric silicone base was given by companies are working on it. Create the surface 500 times more slippery than anything.
Yeah, exactly what you want to put on your metal sled as you get ready to go down a
Yeah, because
snowbank.
one of them metal sleds on ice and snow is fast enough as it is.
Now to put a silicone-based lubricant on it.
What was the little kid's name again?
Rocky.
Rocky. Yeah, look at Rocky. He looks so cute. He's talking about the...
Which is funny because Rocky looks like Eddie off of the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I was thinking he looked like Eddie Munster a little bit too.
He looks like a little miniature version of Meatloaf's character Eddie from the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
And I like how he's telling this story about the plate in his head. Well, I think in the Vegas vacation they end up with, he ends up with a little spread out there that the government gives him, and it has something to do with the plate in his head. Like they're supposed to be on Area 51. You know, they kind of tell you enough to where you're led to believe that. And anytime they turn the microwave on, he has a seizure or something.
Yeah, which is, goes back to the Independence Day. He talks about being abducted by the aliens. And, that's that whole Area 51 thing as well.
Yeah, we had some fun doing that when we were kids, but I tell you, I wouldn't do it now. Be too scared to even attempt.
Oh no, there's too many things that can be broken.
I mean, how perfect is this place to sled?
Exactly.
And there's a tree at every turn. I mean, I don't know why this was the place everybody was going. Now there it's a little wide open, but
and it's lit all the way down.
Yeah.
Looks like somebody's ice fishing shack. Crosses the street.
Now that's kind of funny. There's a school bus, whatever the school bus is doing.
And into Walmart's parking lot.
That's what I thought. I thought they landed at Walmart.
Go.
Uncle Eddie.
I do like the Advent house. That's kind of cute.
Boy, what an office. That guy always kind of acts drunk. Through the whole thing, he always kind of has that Merry Christmas, Clark, like he's drunk or something. And but I wonder what that guy did. Because when the boss come around, he was never one of the brown nosers following him around, but he wasn't one of the guys that the boss kind of picked on either. So I wonder what he did.
probably sells.
Mm-hmm. Might do good enough to keep the boss off his back, but not good enough to actually know who he is.
Exactly.
Mele Maliki Maka.
And I love how this goes from a nice family little, vision dream to more of a,
And of course Eddie's the standout in this whole thing once again. I tell you what I like, this is kind of like, I don't know if you've seen Fletch, I think it's the first one. No, it's the second one, Fletch Lives. He has this little dream, and it's kind of the same as this. All the characters are in it are kind of in this little dream that he has, and they kind of... And there's the girl from the mall. Oh.
And then this turns into a Phoebe Cates, Judge Reinhold moment from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
And I don't know if I said it earlier, but that is a good-looking woman.
Yep, she's a pretty lady. But, red bathing suit. The only difference is Phoebe Cates' was a bikini. Hers is a full piece. But, John Ringwald's looking out the bathroom window. He's looking out the kitchen window. And it's,
Yeah, I watched that a while back for
maybe
the millionth time.
At least Clark didn't get caught doing what Judge Reinhold was doing.
Yeah. And you see a little bit of...
You get a little side boobage.
Yeah. Which is nice, because in a lot of cases you kind of feel like if I got to sit through a Christmas movie, at least I ought to get something.
Yeah, a little gratuitous something.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes Ruby Sue in her little bunny slippers.
And she thinks that Clark is Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm.
And you're sitting, I remember watching this for the first time going, yes, 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 yeah.
Poor child's hair doesn't look like it's been washed, brushed, or anything.
Yeah, truly.
And apparently...
What's Eddie's wife's name? I forgot.
Katherine.
Catherine's hair kind of looks like that too, kind of dirty and...
Mm-hmm. And apparently, Clark only owns one pair of pajamas. Now, we're on day 3 of him in those same pajamas.
Mm. And if I wore a set of pajamas to bed one night, they would be sweaty and, you probably couldn't get too many nights out of them. They'd have to be
Lord,
washed.
no.
Santa knows it. I love it. Believe in your mom and believe in your dad. We didn't do anything wrong. We still got the shaft.
I like that the internal optimistic, Santa's real, I'm going to prove it to you. He doesn't want to see a kid disappointed. He is a true Christmas believer.
And of course Eddie's a disappointment anyway, so naturally his kids are gonna be disappointed, and Clark kind of feels like that's not right. Obviously, by watching them videos, from earlier, these kids don't have nearly the Christmas that he had growing up.
Or that his kids have had.
Yeah. Yeah, I love how they go to the store later and Clark's telling Eddie, we'd like to help you out and all this. And Eddie's like, oh, no, you don't have to be in trouble for us. And he's piling 50 pounds of dog food on that.
Yeah, because, they got to take care of the pride and joy.
Yeah.
He's not grabbing things for his kids. He's grabbing things for the dog.
Yeah, Snots. And all I've seen Snots do is eat out of the garbage.
Drink the tree water.
I didn't see him eat dog food the whole time he was in the chase after the squirrel. If he could catch the squirrel, he'd eat that.
Well, you can tell they're, definitely probably in the Chicago area, Blackhawks fans.
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine that'd love to have that. Love to have that.
And apparently none of Audrey's clothes had backs to them. Every one of her shirts is
Oh, here
low
we
cut in the
go.
back.
Here we go. Here's the big.
Oh, silent majesty of the winter's lord, clean, cool chill of the holiday air. An asshole in his bathrobe.
An asshole in his bathrobe. Shitter was full.
Yeah, go check the shitter, sonny.
And I love how they spend a little bit of time of him out there, and he's drinking. I guess was he drinking beer? Oh, look at that nasty stuff.
Yeah, he's got him a beer,
A cigar. He's got that stupid looking hat on.
Got the mud flap hat on.
Yeah. And I love the look on his face. It's almost like he's going to the bathroom and he's
already like he's already halfway into a 6-pack.
And here comes Todd the yuppie.
And Todd smells it immediately. My son dressed up as Halloween one year as Cousin Eddie.
Oh, I was going to say, don't say Todd.
No, as Eddie.
There's the sled burnt out.
Yep. He's going to use that for something.
And all the equipment that Clark kicked around earlier.
Yep, Santa's sleigh.
Yeah, you should have had the kids go as Todd and Margot. I mean, nobody know who they are, but it'd be funny.
No, he went as Eddie. Had him the hose and all.
Oh wow!
Oh, look at the purple pants.
Now look at the white belt and the way he's walking. I mean,
look how tight those suckers are. Girl sleeps nothing to the imagination. My lady friends are out there watching. Now we see why Katherine has stayed with him all these years.
Yeah, could there be anything more hideous about him? Even the way he's walking. Could that even be any more hideous?
No.
And Clark's got the same sweater he had on a day or two ago, and looks like a London fog
trench coat. Product placement again. There's some Purina dog chow and some puppy chow.
Mm-hmm. So far we got 2 boxes of bones, 3 bags of that.
Yeah, some milk bones, 3 bags up.
And for whatever reason,
let's get the Walmart Old Roy.
Yeah.
Let's get 3 bags of the good stuff and 1 bag of the cheap stuff.
Yeah, for whatever reason that is. If Clark's paying, you might as well get all the Purina dog chow.
Now, look, Cabbage Patch dolls. Everybody would have been fighting over those.
$31.97. I wonder what kind of agreement they had to work out to use Walmart kind of as a prop to do that. Because usually it would be one of them things that Walmart would want to pay. They would have to pay.
Yeah. Yeah, because they don't hide the fact that it's Walmart.
Yeah, because they might have went to a Walmart and kind of set it up after hours and kind of shot this with extras, or they could have just set something up and maybe Purina has to pay their way and Walmart pays their way, and Cabbage Patch Kids, whoever makes that, they gotta pay their way. Who knows?
Not like that, Eddie just happened to have a list.
Yeah.
He says, don't forget to get yourself something really nice.
Yeah, Eddie not only just kind of being a despicable, lovable loser, he's kind of a mooch, and every family has a mooch. Mm-hmm. Every family kind of has an Uncle Eddie that, may not be as bad or may be worse or whatever, but here they come.
Here comes Bethany.
And Bethany and Uncle Lewis. I love it. Is this the airport, Clark?
Mm-hmm.
I love riding in cars. When did you move to Florida?
It's too bad
Okay, just comes right off.
You can kind of tell that, that's a piece on there to make him look bald. But
Yeah, so you can see the little bit of the edge of the bald cap.
yeah. Probably when they made this, it was...
You shouldn't have brought presents. It isn't every day somebody moves into a new house. They move into a new house. Matt? Are you living with us? Bigger than your own one. Is Rusty still in the Navy?
Yeah, there it is. Is Rusty still in the Navy?
In his living room, say hello to everybody.
That poor tree.
Oh,
I love it. And then I love this. Clark shakes the box and the cat goes crazy.
Hey, look at that tie. That's a good-looking tie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, watch out. Ellen's showing a little cleavage there with that top.
Oh, she is, ain't she? Huh. Yeah, like I said, folks, go find the Sentinel.
The
Boy,
Jello
now
mold.
look at that.
Oh, yeah. Butterfly collar. Leisure suit. There you go.
Yeah. Oh. And those
And white-
pants don't have the belt. They have like the clip. They don't even have a button. It's more like a clip.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Little short. Those white patent leather shoes. Oh, he was fashionable.
So finally everybody's here and they're at the table. And
That nasty Jello mold. Some like apples. Not really sure why those are on the table.
yeah,
Not your typical side for Christmas dinner.
Yeah, who's going to eat a whole apple when you got all this other stuff? She passed away 30 years ago. And Clark's just like... God, I love Uncle Lewis. The blessing. I want you to say the blessing. Rocky. I don't know. Cousin Eddie's wife don't look too bad. He's a big reacher too. And Eddie stands up and puts his hand over his heart.
Turkey looks beautiful. Perfect
Yeah.
golden color.
Yeah, it looks really good. And I'm not even really a turkey person.
Save the neck for me, Clark.
Save the neck for me, Clark.
Looks like something out of the Aliens.
Yeah.
Waiting for the face hugger to jump out at you.
Yeah, and I love that little puff of smoke it keeps.
Yeah.
And now the smoke's gone.
It's a little dry. It's fine.
A little dry, but it's fine.
It's turkey jerky.
He said, here's the heart.
I like that. Diane Ladd's character dipping it into the water,
Now
trying
let
to
it be known
rehydrate
that
it.
green mold is down to the...
Yeah, everybody's sitting up at Jello mold.
Oh, they ate a lot of it.
Uh-huh.
And would it have cat food or something in it?
Yeah.
I love that when she had it on her finger, was grossed out, and Eddie comes over there and like licks it off her hand.
Yeah, sucks it right off her
Yeah, it
fingers.
says lime jello, not bad. Oh, gee.
The sweet potatoes. The uncooked marshmallows on the sweet potatoes. There's the cat that was wrapped up earlier.
Drinking your water out of a wine glass. Yeah, there it is. It looks like cat food or something.
Your cat by tiny cats eat Jello?
I don't know about the cat, but I sure am enjoying it.
Oh boy.
And see, just another, proof that cats are assholes. Chewing on the Christmas lights.
Yes. I heard on the news that
Tell you what though, that cat's a lot less trouble than Snots is.
Oh, exactly. Definitely a lot cleaner.
You serious, Claude? Art, you want to load me up with a little more there?
Yeah, it's like, what in the world is that? And what's he say? He just
What's wrong with the dog?
yakking on a bone? That's all.
He got it up. He's all right now.
Mm-mm-mm.
No. He's probably just nosing through the trash.
Yeah, nosing through the trash or feeding him on the table. And we bought him 100 pounds of dog food here.
Hey, Chris. You're not doing anything because Trump says. Run into the living room, get my stove.
Is there anything else I can do?
I love it. Is there anything else I can do for you, Uncle Lewis? Go in there and get my
I like that. He goes, if he keeps it up, it'll be his last Christmas. Tree just went out. We all know how he feels about lights going out.
Uh-huh.
He's got to figure out what it is and fix it.
And if you keep a count on how many things a Clark screws up in the whole, maybe even the whole series, here's another one. He's getting ready to plug it in, and I guess he'd be the responsible for the cat, although the cat was chewing on the thing, but guess it's on him again.
That first one doesn't get it.
Yeah. Ooh, could you imagine the smell of that?
Oh,
I told you had too many cooks and one early. Oh, God.
Why, yeah.
Go in and finish our dessert.
That thing has 9 lives. He just spit them all.
woo!
Well, what's he got there? Milwaukee's Best? Is that what he's drinking? Oh, I love it.
Yeah, he's like, let it fumigate. It's a
Yeah.
good quality item. He's going to take it back.
Quality
with
item.
him.
I can put this in my camper here.
I like that, the glow of the green coming from the drainage.
Yeah, until you said that, I never really noticed it at this point. I noticed it later on, but I didn't notice it there. Huh. Well, yeah, I guess maybe I did, because now they're focusing in on it. It's a pretty green, though.
That's pretty green.
Love Uncle Lewis. Yeah, I never noticed that either. Mom and Pop there making out at the table.
Yeah. Now what?
Yeah,
What else
yeah,
could go
yeah,
wrong?
Yeah, now what? What's the matter with you?
And he's looking a little like George Burns there from Oh God, You Devil.
What's the matter with you?
Well, he turns around and his jacket's on fire or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you, Clark?
It is an ugly tree anyway.
No, nobody Christmas. We're going to have a wonderful Christmas.
That's all you want.
What's that, speedball
Yeah.
delivery service?
Messenger
Messenger service. Speedball.
I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
Didn't see it. I'm sorry. I guess he thinks that this is the big check he's been waiting
Yep,
for.
this is the Christmas bonus.
What did he say? Is that your invitation to the nut house?
Yeah. Reservation for the nut house.
Yeah, I hope it's a fortune.
Yeah, I bet you do, Eddie.
There he is, still drinking his beer.
Yeah, chug another Milwaukee's Best, why don't you? That Clark probably bought.
Are you going to open it? I'm just going to wait till tomorrow to tell you all this before. What the heck? With this bonus check, I'm putting in a swimming pool.
And I'm going to bring everybody back, including you, Eddie.
Sorry.
Yeah, you should have opened it first.
I've been waiting for this bonus. Make sure the pool goes in as soon as the ground
And if this was you and you knew this was coming, and you know you've got an Uncle Eddie type there, I mean, would you just kind of, yeah, that's nice, and put it up and look at it?
Oh, yeah,
later?
I'd wait.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be announcing anything in front of him.
Yeah.
Because like he said, I hope it's a fortune, Clark. Yeah, I bet you do, Eddie.
Fly you all down here to help us pay.
Yeah, if there's enough left over.
And if Rocky's still got his lip fungus, that'd go good in the pool.
I like that. He goes, I can't swim, Clark. I know that, Eddie.
And what was it, the Jelly of the Month Club or something?
It's bigger than you expected.
Uh-oh.
She's showing a lot of cleavage now.
Mm-hmm. Little side boob action there.
Mm-hmm.
1 year membership to the Jelly of the Month Club. Clark is the gift that keeps on giving the whole year. That it is, Edward. That it is indeed. This isn't the biggest bag over the head. punch in the face.
Bag over the head, punch in the face.
Son. Hey! Any of you are looking for any last-minute gift ideas? I have one. I met Frank Shirley, my boss, right here. I want him brought from his happy holiday slumber over there on Milligan Lane with all the other rich people. And I want him brought right here with a big ribbon on his head. And I want to look him straight in
Big
the eye.
ribbon on his head.
I want a cheap, lying, no good, pushing, low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, impress.
I like the look on everybody's face there when they're just kind of watching him go off. Look at that computer back there in the back. Boy, that's state of the art, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Looks like it's got the old, what is it, six inch floppy drive?
Oh, yeah,
on
it's
it?
a 6-inch floppy drive on it right there. Uh-oh.
There's the tree and everything out there.
Yep. See how loud that thing is? You would have heard them pull up.
I tell you what, it runs a little bit better than I thought it would. I figured it'd be smoking like a freight train, but
Uh-oh.
there's the told you we should have went to Hawaii.
Yep. And for all you National Lampoons fans, that's where Rusty wanted to go instead of Wally World
Yeah,
in the very first one.
very beginning. And the funny thing is, I never made the connection, but that was when they were doing that Mele Maleki Maka. You know, it's Christmas in Hawaii. It's the
Yep.
what she got there? A picture of margaritas.
That's a picture of margaritas.
That's a picture of margaritas there.
Uh-huh. And of course they would have the actual margarita glasses to drink it out
Yeah.
of.
Yeah, I gotta say, I like that shirt.
We needed a tree.
Classy. A little clip there at the top.
And a little
Brochure.
gold, yeah, a little, gold Christmas wreath brooch. And she is always just so perfect. Even when she goes to bed, she just looks so perfect. Where else you gonna put your chainsaw? In the bathroom.
Right there on the bathroom table, of course.
There are no locks open on Christmas Eve. Lewis burned down my tree, so I...
Lewis burned down my tree, so...
And this is one way to fix it.
Yeah.
Fix the no post.
There's something wrapped in a newspaper. Never noticed that before either.
Looks like some type of box of alcohol. There's Lewis falling asleep with a cigar in his mouth.
Yeah. And the toupee turned around. The toupee never looks right.
Uh-oh.
A funny squeaky sound.
You can hear a dump truck going through a nitroglycerin plant. I don't know exactly what that would sound like, but I love when he sees the squirrel here and he makes eye contact with it and it jumps towards him.
And I don't know why they're scared of a squirrel.
Yeah, they're scared to death. That lady there passes out and...
It's not like it's, a bat or...
And Clark's like, everybody over here, shut up, quiet.
Uncle Lewis and Bethany just, chilled completely out.
Even Clark,
Mom, don't move. Ready to get out of the way. Eddie, you can eat these goddamn.
Squirrels were high in cholesterol.
Yeah, high cholesterol.
thank you, Catherine.
Russ.
No, I love it. Russ, right here, Dad.
Get the hammer.
And they did that in a lot of other movies too, didn't they? Where he'd be like, Russ, and he's like, right here, Dad.
And there
There's
goes...
another one passes out.
Because he's going to hit the squirrel with the hammer when he throws the coat over it.
Yeah, well,
I'm going in with him.
better him than me. Yeah, that's the way you should look at it. Oh, look at the tree. Oh, that's right. He went back out and got another tree.
Yeah.
Scared and ran back into the tree.
He says, I'm going in with him. As soon as he sees the squirrel, squirrel! Here comes Snots, bust through the door.
Because, there's a squirrel.
Yeah, and big, thick, solid door, too. And Uncle Lewis don't care. He's watching all of this, but... It's Eddie screwing everything up again. It's Eddie's dog making a mess of the place. Arr, 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 arr.
You just march right over there and plug that creep in the face.
I can't just attack someone.
All right then, if you're not man enough to put an end to this
I can't attack somebody, Margot.
If you're not man enough, another reason why they should have just had her be a single, independent woman.
Yeah. Because he don't really bring too much to the table. Yeah, I forgot Snout's got her too. Gone. And he just goes back inside, sits down, starts reading the paper while she's going to go over there and confront him. What happened to you?
Christmas is a disaster. The house is a wreck.
Nobody's leaving. Nobody's walking out on this fun old-fashioned family Christmas. No, no, we're all in this together. This is a full-blown 4-alarm holiday emergency here. We're gonna press on, and we're gonna have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap dance with Danny fucking Kaye. You got a white ass down that chimney tonight? You're gonna find the jolliest bunch of assholes.
No, old Uncle Eddie ought to be coming back here soon.
Piss me off, Art.
Don't piss me off, Art.
Not according to Santa's watchetism. Now, come on. So they have it, Dad.
Clark, I think it's best if everyone just goes home. I just want you to
Yeah, everybody kind of wants to cut their losses, and Clark wants to keep it going.
Around you, Ellen. We're in the threshold of hell.
What is it she says on the phone? He was a big, beastly man.
Yeah.
Dad's going to try to console him here, and however he can do it, try to, I guess, get him to think, hey, it's not as bad as it seems.
Yeah, but that's what parents are, supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just cocked it up.
But it's okay, it happens. Yeah, based on those little films, though, they didn't have no Christmas like this.
No.
Yeah. Are you going to recite the night before Christmas? No. It's your house. It's your Christmas.
I used to do that for my kids when they were little.
Mm.
Christmas Eve, tuck them into their beds and read this.
Visions of sugar plums danced in their bed. And Mama in her turkey, and I in my cap. Settle refrains for a long winter's nap. Out on the lawn, there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed.
Say, are you responsible for this greaseball?
Tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. Ooh, the rest of the new fall of snow gave a cluster.
I love when Eddie's bringing him up and they're all looking in there. He's like, you get moving, and like kicks him in the butt. He's got the bow wrapped around him and everything. It gives him a little shove, gives him a kick in the butt. It's great.
Tied up in dog chains.
Mm.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, Clark!
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, Clark.
And there's the big red bow.
Are you ready to start doing some kissing?
my husband's name Justin. The man wearing a blue winter suit. Quaid's little character. He was a huge, beastly.
He was huge, beastly, bulging man.
It's because of them tight pants.
Yeah. And Kansas license plates.
You're fired! Where's the phone? I'm calling the police.
Man, just hold your wine there, fella. Clark had nothing to do with this. This here was my idea. All right, he's still...
Okay, you're still fired.
Oh no, Eddie. It's my fault. I lost my temper when I got my bonus on. I guess I said a few things I shouldn't have. Bonus. How did you get a bonus? I cut out bonuses this year. Thanks for telling us. I was expecting a check. Instead, I got enrolled in a jelly club. 17 years with the company. I've gotten a Christmas bonus every year but this one. You don't want to get bonuses, fine. But when people count on them as part of their salary, oh, what you kids, just plain sucks.
Thank you, Russ.
Cousin of Paul's heart is bigger than his brain.
Heart's bigger than his brain. Thanks, Clark. I appreciate that.
On behalf of myself and on behalf of every other employee who really this Christmas.
And I like this where everybody kind of stares. You know, not they don't show everybody, but everybody kind of stares him down a little bit, guilty.
Even the little Rocky
Yeah,
there with
even
the
Rocky.
puppy dog brown eyes.
And the slick back hair.
Sometimes things look good on paper, but lose their luster when you see how it affects real folks. I guess a healthy bottom line doesn't mean much. Get it down there.
I like when a cop tells him, "Mister, I'd take a rubber hose to you." Little people like you.
Yeah.
Carl?
Still doesn't get his name right.
Yeah,
Now it's Carl.
Now, 20% from whatever he got last year, that's a nice chunk of change, especially if he was planning on building an indoor pool and bringing everybody in for it. That's,
Yeah, because he expected it to be, $7,500 is what he put down as the down payment
Yeah.
on it. So he was at least expecting that much or more.
yeah. So 20%. Is that just for him or is that for everybody? Does everybody get 20% that he rear-ended?
I'm not sure.
And I like how it's cold and snowy and all that, but these cops are flying down the road and going sideways and it's not sliding, you know.
Oh, exactly. They're all running up and not slipping and falling. You got the SWAT team coming down off the
No
roof.
snow on the roof. Yeah, you need that. We need that snow removal crew around here. Yeah, you asked for a broken-in door. There you are. I guess she booted Todd out. Told
Oh,
Todd
yeah.
to take a hike, so he's on the outside looking in now.
In through the window that was already broken.
Yeah. Yeah, all of them. Like they're all broke now. I like that. Not you, them. And if your husband's still alive, come with us. Be sure your fur looks good and your makeup's right. And
You made it terrible. I told you to freeze, mister. Maybe blink.
well, he is frozen. They're all frozen. And I don't know this guy, but he plays a cop.
I like it. Ellen has her hand on Clark's crotch.
Right. I like how it's like, this is his wife. How you doing? And shakes his hand and puts it back.
Excuse me. This is surely like to step outside so that you can...
Yeah, that guy there plays a cop and everything I've ever seen him in.
It was a mistake.
Mistake? Honey, you were kidding.
I did something I shouldn't have, and these people called me on it. This is Clark.
And he finally gets his name right.
Yeah. Yeah, gets it right at the very
And she goes
end.
back and puts it right back on there.
Remember how I was toying with the notion?
And now it's off. I guess they said, okay, everybody can unfreeze.
That's pretty low, mister.
I love what the cop even says. That's pretty low, mister. I never really watched this, or noticed this until just now. I never looked for it. But Clark tells the kids it's the Christmas star, and then Uncle Lewis looks at it and says, "That ain't the Christmas star, Clark. That's the light from the sewer plant or whatever." And I just now noticed, yeah, there is a pole up there with a tower with a light on the end of it.
Not bonuses or gifts or turkeys or trees.
And I guess he's still trying to BS the kids a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Now I know what it means to me.
That ain't the frickin' Christmas star, Fred.
sewer gas.
Don't drop that!
Oh, and I love how he goes flying through the
Uh-huh.
air and then he's face down into the ground.
Yeah.
Gets red
Red
glare.
glare. Only Aunt Bethany.
His toupee's gone again. I guess there goes whatever.
That was the Santa Claus and the reindeer.
Yeah. And Uncle Lewis puts his hand on his heart. He's got his toupee. See, he's not losing the toupee.
Uncle Eddie salutes. Or Cousin Eddie salutes.
All the cops are standing there looking like the Salvation Army.
Cigars blew up. And there goes Santa and the reindeer.
Play ball. And I love Uncle Lewis dancing with the boss's wife.
Sparky's gonna get lucky tonight.
Yeah, maybe. I'd say he's going to get luckier than he should for all the problems that's went on. I'd have probably had an anxiety attack maybe halfway through if that was me.
She rubs his little butt chin.
God, yeah, I can't imagine that. Could you imagine if it was a guy and you had hair growing in that thing, how much trouble it would be to
shave it?
Yeah, at least with a woman.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there we go, running through the credits now, and this one here is in the books, and as many times as this has been on, because we're at the beginning of December now, as many times as this has been on.
There's Snot.
Yeah, Snots. I never noticed Snots being there at the setting there.
He's like, hey, just love on me.
Being a good dog. He's not doing anything wrong. He's not foaming at the mouth or nothing.
He needed to have the squirrel in his mouth.
Yeah.
Like, look, Clark, look what I
And
brought
he's
you.
not even jumping on him when Clark's petting him. But, yeah, this is the first time. This is on TV all the time, and this is the first time this season that I've watched it from start to end. I usually pick it up somewhere in the middle, or I'll watch the end of it, today, and it'll be on tomorrow night, and I'll catch the beginning of it, something will happen, and I'll have to leave, and it's nice to watch it from the very beginning.
Yep.
But, well, I guess that wraps this one up, and I'm going to ask you to like this video if you liked it at all, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have any suggestions, leave a comment. Please keep it nice. And I guess we'll see you next time. Thanks, Trish, for coming by and doing this, and hopefully we'll have you again for another one.
Oh, I would love to. Maybe next time we'll hit our favorite genre, horror.
Right. Yeah, we got a lot of people.
We both like Salem Slot. I'm a huge Stephen King fan, so...
Oh, that's my favorite movie of all time. That would have to be done.
Salem Slot, The Shining, Christine, Pet Cemetery. Those are probably like my top 4 of the Stephen King movies.
Yep, we will have to do that for sure. But appreciate you stopping by. And,
Thanks for having me.
Hope everybody liked it. And until then, we will see you next time.
Have a Merry Christmas, y'all.
Merry Christmas.